Hi everyone, my name is Ala. Welcome back to my channel, and to everyone who is new, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to my channel. I dedicate my videos to beauty that is related to olive skin tones, and today I wanted to do a kind of a fresh-faced New Year's. It's January, it's a new year, and I wanted to do kind of a brighter, just fresh and healthy looking makeup. So I wanted to start with the usual, this Glossier priming. It's a little bright, but it's the priming moisturizer. This one's really nice, as I say every time. If I look over there, that's just where my mirror is in the distance. I hope everyone had a fun New Year's Eve. I definitely heard tons of fireworks going off in my neighborhood. And it's pretty foggy here where I live. So it was kind of hard to tell whether it was smoky or foggy, but it smelled like smoke outside for sure from all the fireworks. I wanted to do use the Haus foundation again, because I love this foundation so much, and I realized I didn't even have it in any recent videos, so I just wanted to show what it looked like as much as possible, with as many looks as possible, if that makes sense. And I usually just stick to one pump because it provides just the right amount of coverage that I look for, which is just like a medium. And with a damp sponge, then the foundation sits absolutely beautifully and perfectly on the skin, and it kind of just evens out the skin tone. It removes like redness, and as you see, like, it looks like it's too light, but it's definitely not, because it's just the kind of the redness in my skin that looks discolored. But this is such a beautiful lightweight foundation. I've watched millions of videos of like people using this foundation before I made a decision to like buy it for myself out of all the high-end foundations. And this one sounded most like what I would be using on even on a day-to-day as like a full foundation, full coverage. And you can build it up to full coverage, but it doesn't feel like it on the skin. It just feels like you're not wearing anything, which is absolutely my favorite. And then for the concealer, I was going to keep it just kind of light. So I'm using this Nars eye brightener again. I used this, I think, last time or maybe the time before, but this is really nice. It's like an eye cream, and it's super just lightweight. Again, the theme is just like a fresh face, really simple, kind of it's still winter, but we're not living in just the berry tones. We're moving, thinking about the spring in my mind, and more daylight. So I like that. And right over that, I am using this Rose Ink. It's a cream highlighter in opalescent. Oh no, oh boy, it just kind of detached. So this kind of came apart. Okay, anyways, gotta pop that back in somehow. Okay, anyways, now it's like broken. Okay, well, I'm going to use this It's definitely a drier formula, so I'm going to just rub my finger into it until I get the product warmed up quite a bit, and then I'm just going to dab it. This will be sort of underneath the blush, and it is one of those pinker looking highlights. It's interesting. It's almost like because it's drying up, it doesn't actually look as glossy anymore. Like it always had a bit of a more natural shine to it, but it's not looking as glossy as I had hoped. Well, I might have to sadly declutter it. And this, I just don't understand how that happened. Oh, the magnet came out, I see. Okay. So there's like a little magnet in here that needs to go down in there. Okay. Well, now it doesn't even close. Okay. Great. Also, I didn't realize in like this lighting, because it's like natural lighting, I don't have any other lights from camera lights, but it definitely looks a lot pinker than in other like indoor lights, which is it's not a bad thing. I do like a pink highlight. For blush, I'm using this Makeup by Mario Pinch Me Pink. It's the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and I thought this was just the perfect happy pink that I wanted to go for, that fresh wintry face. And these have such a beautiful kind of a natural glow to themselves because they're pretty emollient. And I haven't set my face yet, so I'll probably bring down the shine with the powder. I will use this Kosas powder, but I might use the Say Bronzer first. So I have light bronze, but I do wish that I had I think the lighter one. So I'm just gonna go on the edge, around the edge of the perimeter of my face, because I don't want it mixing too much with, yeah, that's definitely an intense bronzer. So I'm just gonna kind of try to blend it in as much as possible so it doesn't look overwhelming. I'm gonna try to keep the cheeks looking as pinky as possible. It's definitely going down to the edges there, the perimeter of the pan. Hopefully I'll be using it up soon so I can just move on to another powder. I have a few because I do enjoy powder setting my face just so for longevity's sake. Yeah, that's pretty. It really helps. It keeps kind of that transparent look, and you can see still all the makeup products, but they're now just blended together and it looks a lot more natural. I wanted to also just kind of add a little bit of this pixie blush called Beach Rose. This is a little bit more of a like a dusty pink, and I wanted just a little bit over here just to add sort of like a dimension to the cheek and to the blush. There, so we're still keeping that sort of that warm pink right here on the cheeks, on the high points of the cheeks. This is the Nature Republic brow pencil. It's a Korean brand that I've enjoyed for years. Super easy to use. There we go. Just a quick brow look. And for the pink, I'm just going to continue using other pinks on the face, but I might do my lips first. So I have Love Trap here by Charlotte Tilbury. This is a cooler toned lip liner that sort of just adds dimension also to your lips and structure. This is a Pat McGrath lip gloss. It's in the shade Belladonna. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorite colors, and I love the formula. These are some of my favorite lip glosses for sure. Now I'll do the eyes with this palette. I just started with that lightest shade and put it all over, and then that second light pink on the top there. Just doing it on the inner in the crease. Then I'll bring it down to the bottom lash line as well. I think some of the, definitely the main reason I love these quads, the eyeshadows by Charlotte Tilbury, is because they're so soft and easy to apply that you don't have a hard time blending them out. The Natasha Denona palette that I use all the time the Glam palette, it's just hard to blend out. It's harder than this. Like, it's doable, obviously, but it's a lot harder. These are softer colors, and I don't know if like some people might not like that, but I like that they're gentle colors, and I'd say I definitely classify it as a wearable style of formula. So it's easier to work with. People don't have to struggle blending the colors together, and that's what I really like, is your mistakes aren't just showing up when you're in a hurry. So I just am using that color right there, and then I'll pop in the sparkly shade. I'm just gonna add a little bit here to kind of even things out. Then I'm gonna add the sparkly with my finger. It's just these eyeshadows have such an effortless use to them. They really are for just anyone. And honestly, I found them online. I found them with discounts, so you don't always have to pay the full price. So I'd rather go with like a higher quality palette than like I mentioned to a subscriber, because they wanted to see more drugstore looks. I'm in my 30s. I've moved away from drugstore makeup because it just doesn't sit the same way anymore. I feel like younger skin can get away with all kinds of makeup formulas that, you know, what is sort of just is a little bit like they're more forgivable, I suppose, if they're like dry or not as good quality. And I get it, they're somewhat cheaper, but honestly you can feel the cheapness compared to spending just a little bit more for a better quality, so that it can sit and actually sit well on maturing skin. So I just found, especially like I'm a traditional artist and I do oil paintings, and the advice that I've learned over the years ago is the type of artist you want to be for yourself. Those are the type of supplies that you want to use. So if you want to be a professional just for yourself, not like a professional makeup artist, then you want to use quality supplies and tools. You don't want to cheap out on your own face. And even if it takes, a little bit of time to afford the supplies, when you are able to, it's worth it to look your best just for yourself. So I just used this Ulta Beauty, it's a gel liner in bronze, and it's so pretty. It just adds like a softer brown. I love bronzes as eyeliners. They're some of my absolute favorites. Like, brown is one thing, but I feel like bronzes, they just flatter brown eyes so much. So as kind of the final step, I brought the mascara that I've been using since I've got it. So I'll just curl the lashes with this Shiseido lash curler. I hope that makes sense, what I was saying about I have some makeup that is, drugstore, and I'll try to use the ones that I feel like are worth mentioning, but I don't like go out of my way to try everything in the drugstore, in the store, just because it's there and just because it's cheap. And I hope that, you know, it won't scare people away that I'm only using higher end makeup, because, you know, I'll tell you, most of these things then I have gotten on sale. They're not full priced. All right, so I finished up the mascara, and this is pretty much what I thought to come up with today. Is just a brighter and pinker everyday look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you understood what I was trying to say about makeup, and we can definitely, you know, continue discussing these things, but I will try to share as many of the makeup products that I have found on sales, and the good deals that I've found out there, and nothing has to be full priced. I feel like eventually, you know, people can afford all kinds of things if you find, you know, good deals out there. So I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this video and you're doing well, and Happy New Year's to everyone out there. I hope this year is going to be a great one and better than last year. And I will see you in my next video. Please subscribe and like my videos if you enjoy them, and I so appreciate you guys all so much for subscribing and taking the time to watch them. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.